Ah, yes, we've been waiting for you. Now that you're here, we have a matter of grave importance to discuss with you.
Reporting as ordered, sir.
Good. That armor looks good on you two.
Well, it itches, and it stinks.
It's had a dead man in it. What do you expect?
So, now that we're all here, Valerius, would you like to fill in our friend on your plan?
Did you ever stop to wonder how my men and I came to this place? Well, yes, but that's not all of it. Up until a couple of weeks ago, we were still in Cyrodiil, and our sources began reporting on new Thalmor activity taking place south of here. Rumor was that they were turning an old fort into a prison for captured Talos worshippers, and I deemed the reports credible enough to investigate. I sent my best man, Korst, on the mission. He was ordered not to confront them, but to observe only. Unfortunately, he did not return, and I'm afraid something went very wrong. About 2 weeks. After 1 week went by, we'd started to fear the worst, so we mobilized and came here. Finding Korst is the main reason we're here. This fort gave us the perfect spot to rest, resupply, and prepare to find out what happened to him. So, we eliminated the bandits, took over the fort, tried to blend in and not draw attention to ourselves. Yes, fortunately, the Imperials left everything behind when they abandoned this place. It looks like Elenwen herself was here. I need you to pose as an Imperial officer with orders to transfer Korst back to Elenwen for interrogation. Legion prisoner transfer parties always travel in groups of 3, so Falco and Sienna will be going with you. As you can see, they're already in Imperial uniform, and you must do the same if this has any chance of working. We found some officer's armor that should fit you, and Alton put a little enchantment on it for you. It's only worn by high-ranking officers, so it should help you carry a bit more influence. If you have any other powers of persuasion, this would be the time to use them. Perhaps between the two it will be enough for this to work. While searching the fort, we found a communique from her own hand, and were able to forge a transfer order to give to the men at the prison. If the Thalmor officers question you, remind them you're a special envoy from the embassy, and they had best comply. Hopefully it'll be enough, but if not, you may have to resort to the old-fashioned way of negotiating. Yes, it certainly will be. And make no mistake, those Thalmor bastards are beyond brutal. And I've heard there's a particularly ruthless justiciar named Arundel who may be in charge there. If it's the Arundel I know, you can be certain he will kill you on sight, so you must be careful. Thank you, friend. You know, Marcus seems to be quite impressed with you. And well, if he trusts you, then I trust you. The prison is located south of here, on the road past Fort Newgrad, heading to the Cyrodiil border. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Here's your armor. Don't forget to put it on. Please return as soon as you can, and good luck.
We're here to teach you a lesson.
This'll teach you not to take things that don't belong to you.
Who are you? And what do you want? What? We'll see about this. I haven't been notified of any such orders. I'll have to clear this with my superior. Wait here. My lord, there is an envoy here who...
Someone there. Please, get me down from here. Release the shackles. Thank you. Let me see if I can walk. So dizzy.
Sienna, he's not gonna make it if you don't help him. See what you can do.
Hang on, Forrest. I'll have you as good as new in a second.
Yes, that's much better now, Sienna. Thank you. Falco? Sienna? What are you doing here?
Valerius sent us to find you and bring you home. Did you think we would let you rot in here? No, not all of them. Our new friend here is quite a fighter.
Yes. Who is this with you? I've never seen her before.
A traveler and a new friend of Marcus Janus. Of course, you won't believe it. Marcus is in Skyrim.
Marcus Janus in Skyrim? You must be drinking too much meat again, Falco.
No, it's true. And he's back in Helgen with Valerius.
Helgen? I bet Valerius never saw that one coming. Why is Marcus here?
I'm not sure, but something about rebuilding Helgen, I think. Of course, we can talk about that later. We need to go.
Yes. Let's get out of here before any more of those Dalmor maggots show up.
Well, you can't travel like that. Is your gear around here anywhere?
Yes. I believe they put it in this chest over there. Let me see. Yes, there it is. Ugh, that's much better. Perhaps our new friend here will lead the way. We will be right behind you.
Shore's bones. I see now why Marcus has spoken so highly of you. Quite impressive. Now, let's see if we can find out what in the name of Akatosh is going on in that prison. Of course, thank the gods you're safe. But how in Oblivion were you even captured?
I don't know how they found me. It's like they knew exactly where I was hiding. I never had a chance to escape.
Well, thanks to our new friend, you're okay now. Tell me what you learned.
It's a prison, all right, and it's heavily guarded inside. Well, it was heavily guarded. There are none alive in there now. The commandant was never there that I could tell.
Did anyone mention where he was?
I overheard the guards joking about him getting soft in their embassy and spending too much time with some whore from the Tormas Tavern. But that's all I could hear them say.
Did you learn anything else?
Well, I didn't think much of it at the time, but I overheard the guard talking about how many prisoners were coming and going from the prison. And I noticed several new prisoners had probably get taken away while I was there, just like he said. They were not tortured, beaten, or starved either. I guess they saved all of that for me. And wait. Yes, one group had a family, a woman and a small child, but he was not old enough to fight. The guard was joking about raping the woman and selling the child to bandits as a slave. Could that be true? They are selling slaves?
Well now, that's certainly a lot to chew on. Excellent work, old friend. I'll check and see if any of my sources know about any of this. Thank you, Korst. You go get something to eat and some sleep. I need you well rested. Dismissed. You've done me a great service, friend. You saved his life, and for that I will never be able to repay you. Is there anything else you can add? Did you hear anything about slaves? That is odd, isn't it? So it looks like the elves are up to no good. Huh. Where else to easily kidnap people than in Skyrim? All they have to say is that they're worshipping Talos. I'm sure many of these enforcers skulking about in Skyrim are under their command. I know you've had a long day, and I won't keep you. We'll let you know when we have anything new. But please, check in with Marcus as soon as you can. Thank you again, my friend.
I praise the Nine you came along. Your help thus far has been invaluable, but it's time to make some difficult choices. Valerius and I have spoken at length about this, and we value your opinion. We need more guards for the hold, as there's only a few of us right now. We're vulnerable to attack from several fronts, especially from the entrance through the caves, as well as the two main gates. There is no possible way the laborers and carpenters can begin their work if they're not able to do so safely. We need more guards. That depends much on you, actually. Neither the Empire or the Stormcloaks are likely to lend assistance to anyone outside their ranks. To try and solicit their help would require you to, at a minimum, join their respective army. After you do so, we may be able to put you in contact with someone we know, who may send a few guards for the settlement. Well, if you're looking at the big picture, a united empire is the only real hope of ever defeating the Thalmor once and for all. Skyrim under Stormcloak rule would most likely weaken the Empire in the end, and Ulfric would not be able to defeat the Thalmor. Yes, Skyrim would have its independence, but at what cost to the rest of Tamriel? Thalmor is not as weak as you may believe. Ask why the Empire has allowed them into Skyrim to hunt down the Talos worshippers. The only possible reason is to preserve this tenuous peace treaty. Believe me, we have no love for Titus Mede II, but we love our country. Sometimes, hard decisions must be made for the greater good. Titus left many of our brothers to die at the hands of the Aldmeri during the Great War. For that, he'll have to answer to the gods. Valerius and I care about Tamriel, not necessarily the Empire. But, if we are ever to return to the peaceful country we once had, well, I believe a strong and united empire is the only way. The obvious advantage is that they hate the Thalmor as much as we do. They'll probably even help our little insurgency if we ask. They surely would provide us with sanctuary if we were discovered. There's no doubt that our cause would be safe. However, we're not convinced the Stormcloaks can win this war. And if they lose the war, this fort may just fall back into Imperial hands. But siding with the Stormcloaks will open the door to new recruits who want to worship Talos in any manner they see fit. And any free society should be able to do so, without fear of imprisonment or death. So I understand their cause, and it's a noble one. While I hate to turn my back on the Empire I served for so many years, they turned their back on me many years ago. Yes, in fact, we prefer to remain unaffected by any outside entanglements or alliances. Not that we necessarily have anything against either side in this civil war. But we just think it would be best to remain an independent settlement. No one to answer to, no one snooping into our business, and most of all, no damn politicians to pull our strings. And it seems the Jarl Falkreath is occupied in his own matters, so it's unlikely we'll have any worries from him. Besides, he's abandoned this place anyway. So the way we see it, it's ours to do with as we please. So yes, this is exactly what we were hoping for. Are you absolutely certain this is what you want? Okay. Would you like to discuss anything else? Very well. Return to me when you're ready to discuss it further.
Hello. I was wondering if I could talk to you for a second. I just wanted to introduce myself mostly. I'm Sienna. There, formal introduction over. I feel better now, don't you? Well, I like moonlit walks through the old ruins, candlelit workshops, and the feel of cold steel in my hand. You know, the same stuff as other women. You do know I'm a Breton, don't you? We're known for our magic, even if I don't use it as much as I should. If you're wondering how I ended up with a bunch of old soldiers from the Great War, they saved my life. When the elves burnt our farm, my parents hid me in a basket in the woods. Balfring found me and gave me to an orphanage until the war in Hammerfell was over, but he kept in touch through the years. And when I was old enough to be on my own, I joined them. He taught me everything I know about fighting, and especially armoring. Say, from what I saw at the prison, you know how to handle yourself out there. But if you ever want any company, come and get me, okay?